Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Iggy's Bodybuilding Camp. In today's video, I want to look at the concept of how long should you be training, how much time should you spend in the gym, what's optimal. And really guys, the answer to this is whatever best suits you. And it's as simple as that. A lot of people ask this question, a lot of people try and put workouts together that are ideal and within a certain time limit, but actually it really comes down to what you prefer, how you like to train, the purpose of you going to the gym, what the gym means to you. For example, if you're the sort of person who spends 2 hours in the gym, you take lots of rest between your sets, you try and incorporate high volume and some heavy workouts together. Let's say you go in and you're training with a couple of people, so it's going to take longer between the sets. Maybe you're in a really busy gym. You might be going there to socialize a little bit. You might be going there to hit a whole variety of different muscles. Again, it all comes down to the amount that you want to be training and spending in the gym. I am more on the side of less is a bit more. I'm about the quality over the quantity. So when I get in, I want to smash a session within 45 minutes, hour, at the most an hour and 15 minutes. And that's only on the days where I'm feeling really, really good and maybe I'll hit a couple of extra sets. Ultimately, it's about training in a way where you're going to be getting the maximum out of your workout and the maximum out of your time. Now, if time is something that you have a luxury with, then that's fine. For me, with work, with family and other commitments that I've got, it is about going in, hitting it hard, hitting it fast, working that muscle, breaking a sweat, really, really feeling like I worked out and getting out of there. And 45 minutes, incorporating a couple of supersets, taking not too much rest between my sets, but enough rest so that I've recuperated for the next set. That works perfect. And a lot of the times I go by feel. So if I'm in the gym and I'm training hard and you go in and there's days where you're not feeling it. It's not that you're not feeling it mentally, but physically there's something not right. The energy levels are low. It could be for a various number of reasons. You might not have had enough sleep the night before. You might be stressed out from life and work or whatever else it may be. And that all has a negative effect. Stress, lack of sleep, things like that. They release cortisol, and cortisol it is known to make you weak. It's known to affect you in a negative way in terms of performance in the gym. So that could be a factor. But there are days where I'm feeling on top of the world. I've woken up, I've had great sleep, I've eaten good food, energy levels are high, and I go in and I feel strong. I don't want to leave the gym until I've really felt like I've worked that muscle, worked the muscle groups that I've got in to hit and hit them hard. And that is it, guys. It comes down to that. It's no more complicated than going in and doing what feels right and is right for you. Saying that, it is not about going in and just messing around. If you're there to train, that has to be your primary goal. I'm here in the gym, I want to hit my session, I want to make sure I get the most out of my session. Now, if you're going in, you're doing one set, then you're resting for like 5, 7, 8, 10 minutes, speaking to people on your phone, checking Facebook, checking Instagram, although then you remember that you've got to go back, you hit your second set, faff around a little bit more. Really and truly, are you training to the level of intensity that is needed? Are you breaking a sweat? If you're not breaking a sweat, I have to say that maybe you're not training either hard enough or with enough intensity, because even one set, which is really intense, should make you break a sweat. And so that's another, I'm not saying it's the be all and end all, but when you're training, if you're not breaking a sweat, I think there's something wrong. And that's just my personal opinion. Like I say, guys, 45 minutes, hour and a half, I think your training session should never be longer than an hour and a half, because if it is, I think you're doing too much in that session and not focused on the muscle groups that you want to be hitting. Anyway, that's all I really wanted to say. I've got some footage from where I worked out. I haven't shown any kind of training footage in a long time, so I decided to show footage of a workout I did while I was at work in the work gym. it took me about 45 minutes and I did a high volume push workout. So when I do that, the aim of the game is to hit mainly the quads, the calves, chest, shoulders and triceps. And you can see from the variety of exercises I do how I managed to incorporate all of those muscle groups into the routine, into the workout, get the most out of them, and how I train. Started off the workout with some split-legged lunges, and guys, if you have not tried this exercise, give it a go and you will know what pain is. This is brutal. I've only got two 15-kilo dumbbells per hand, and I did 4 sets of 12 reps per leg. At the end, my quads and my glutes were on fire. And I always do this exercise on the high volume days, because on the heavy days I do squats. Moved on to calves, and I've mentioned this before, because the range of motion on calves is so short and you want that longer time under tension, I do more reps. So I did 4 sets of 25 reps, and that is how you'll truly get growth on calves. You have to increase the amount of volume that you do. I then moved on to some incline dumbbell bench press, and someone was kind enough to film for me. And again, I'm not going too heavy. I did 4 sets of 12 reps, keeping the weight moderate, 30 kilos per side, but it's really about focusing on that squeeze, the stretch at the bottom, keeping a good tempo throughout, and picking a weight that is suitable for the amount of sets and the amount of reps that you're planning to do. I finished off chest with some flies, and again, you can see I'm not doing that many exercises, but I'm making sure that I'm doing enough to really get blood into that muscle. Here I did 4 sets of 12 reps on the flies as well. So in total, I did 8 sets on chest, and really my chest was full at the end. You can see I'm doing a little flex just to show you that the blood was in the muscles, and I was feeling good. I then moved on to the dumbbell shoulder press, and again guys, keeping it simple, 4 sets, 12 reps, not too heavy, moderate weight for the amount of reps that I was doing, and that's the key. Finally finished off this high volume push workout with some triceps, and although this is technically a pulling motion, it falls into my tricep category, and I did some overhead cable pulls and then some cable pulls downwards just to really finish off the triceps, and it felt great. As you can see guys, I keep it very simple. I know what exercises I want to hit before I go into my session. I know what muscle groups I'm planning on working, and the key is to pick the right weight for the amount of reps and sets that you're planning on doing. Do it with good technique and you will reap the rewards of your training session. It's not necessary to do a whole load of different exercises for the same muscle group. If you want to do incline, just do 4 sets of incline. Really focus on that. In the next training session, you can do 4 sets of decline. It's not necessary to do incline, decline, flat, flies all in the one session. By keeping it separate in different sessions, you actually keep the sessions more exciting and interesting, because you know you're not doing the same thing again and again and again. The key guys, as I say, is doing what's best for you. At the end of the day, for me, 45 minutes to an hour is ideal, and that's what I recommend, but it depends on each person's different training routine, the exercises they plan on doing, and the workout that they are planning on performing. Anyway guys, I will leave it right there. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. That really helps promote the channel. Comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Share it with your friends. Keep living the life. Be the best version of yourself that you can be. And I'll see you next time.